5, holding down, off the button. Good. She popped up. She actually popped completely up. I said no, tapped at a 7, and she popped up. I used the leash to get her back. I used Ecollar once, but all she did was lay down at my feet because Dad just left. So then I used the leash to help her rather than just tap again. So now we'll work on the whining, holding down at a 5, off the button. I'm gonna go down to a 4 because she got up, so it might have been too much. 4, holding down, holding down, holding down, off the button. Her thing is she's desperate for any communication to be human interactive. So trying to train her that Ecollar also means to back off and settle is more challenging for her. She can do it when she's calm, but when she's excited, she's so desperate for that. So on the button, off the button. So she's gonna change positions, which is actually a good choice. I'm gonna let her whine for a little bit. I'm gonna chip away at it. 4, hold down 1, 2, 3, 4, off the button. So I'm gonna move in. Pressure up to help her out. Shh, shh, shh. And then I'm keeping a little bit of pressure on, and then relax. So it's pressure up to settle her. I can feel her through the leash kind of settle. Then I keep a little bit of pressure to guide her onto place. I do that so she doesn't bound over and then like lay down and just obedience becomes kind of frantic. The leash is to move her more slowly, more calmly. It's really important to see our dogs uncomfortable sometimes, to challenge them, to make sure that getting guidance all the time isn't the most pleasant thing in the world. Because if it is, then they will constantly look to us to be spoon-fed direction, and they'll never make any decisions on their own. However, if a dog is really emotional and you've worked with your dog and you kind of know what you're looking at and it's too much for them, you do need to provide help. Challenge them again, let them think on their own, be uncomfortable, then provide help. Stay at my 4, holding down, holding down. It's not doing a lot, that's okay. Go to a 5. Hold down 5. There we go, off the button. So just don't say a lot in these situations. It's more body language, leash, e-collar. I want to just be a source of calm leadership guidance for her. The reason I use so much e-collar is because the more work she does on her own without me guiding her with leash or body language, the more confidence she builds in what she's supposed to do, the faster she improves, the better problem solver she becomes. So now that she's calmed down a little, I'll work her a little bit. She wasn't so frantic that I felt like I needed to work with her right away. I was like, let's see if I can get her to calm down a little first. Now I'm gonna use the front door. He took off, so I'm gonna use the front door where he left as my distraction. I think I'm gonna go to a 7, and I'll tap if she doesn't turn with me. Very calm, very low. Let's go. Good. Nice. Nice slow walk. Ooh, that spin around was fast. So I'm gonna kind of just do a little pressure up and back and turn in towards her. Gotta get away from that mat. So I did tap on that second ear hyperfocus. Now, and I'm moving into her. Okay, I'm gonna need more leash. Closer hold, I mean. I'm moving into her rather than her on the outside. Calm her down a little faster. Nope. Settle down. Shh, 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 shh. She's getting a little frantic. Shh, shh, shh. Shh, shh, shh. She's wondering, like, why the leash pressure isn't turning off. So she'll sit, and it doesn't turn off. She's like, what do I do? It's like, stay calm. Just keep plucking away at it. Good. There's that spin out. Nope. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of hang right here. It's like a trouble spot for her. And I'm just going to work on moving it. She does not want to move in. You see that? She wants to anticipate that turn, but it's getting her amped up. So I'm just going to practice moving in over and over again and get dizzy. Nope. So I tapped Ecollar. See, she knows what to do. See her spin her butt around? So when I tapped Ecollar, she spun her little booty around. She knows what to do. She's just too overwhelmed to do it without more instruction. There we go. Nice. That was the first clean one without an e-collar tap or leash. I'm nice and dizzy now. There we go. There we go. So I'll just catch her even sooner before she's able to get to that point. Switch up the turn. Still the opposite turn, but better, much better. There we go. Good. Still frantic, like still quick. It's not like calm like this. So right here, this is our calm pause where I don't give the dog any information except what not to do. My body language says don't follow me. So I paused with her for a few beats and then moved away and just let her hang out. This exercise is more about movement than stationary, but the whole idea is move when I move, stop when I stop. Dog is on the outside or on the inside. A lot of my videos, you see the dog's on the outside. This was a little different because she was struggling through something, and the turns in towards her help calm her down faster. Now we're kind of moving on, just eating up more space because she's calming down. So I'm still doing the same thing, move when I move, stop when I stop. Do at least 10 turns, and you got to make them straight lines. Don't be going in circles or teardrops. It's a pivot. It's a 180 that you find in your house, hallway, behind the couch, things like that. I'm doing a diagonal in my house. And I'm really just working her through all these emotions, just the same redundant thing over and over to help her settle down. She's got to learn better impulse control because she has pretty intense reactivity issues. Look how great that was. See how much she's improving? Don't give up with your dog. Don't give up. Work them more methodically and don't give up, because the results you can get in a 20-30 minute session, if you're really struggling with a really anxious dog like Jane, it can just change your life in one afternoon with your dog. And just to be clear, on the pause, I don't give any information except no. So she hyper-focuses on the front door or a noise where I think she might react, getting too worried about something, stepping away from me to sniff, check out the trash can. All of that's a no, and I just want her to hang out next to me. Sit, stand, down, I don't care. If she lays down, I'm going to pause even longer because I want her to feel good about self-soothing, about settling on her own. After all that, she settled in place for about 20 minutes, and then she got some free time with my dogs. Don't get peed on. There you go. She likes to follow Dusty around. I'm always afraid she's going to get peed on. Good for her to just be loose. I do have her e-collar, and then I know she might be a little bit tense from the lesson. So if any of the dogs come right up to her face, I'll call them off. She's like, what you doing? Even though she's gotten comfortable with my dogs, it's because she trusts me to get them to back off, honestly. With my German Shepherd Dakota, she can still get snappy if Dakota's too intense. But they're all still kind of getting to know each other, and she's fitting in really well. And she's handling Happy's barking really well, as you can tell. It's really about the face-to-face with people and dogs that she still just does not trust. It's a deep fear, reactivity, aggression she has. And so she really just needs to build trust in her environment and in her handler. And right now, that's me. I'm not saying I won't test her and challenge her with pressure from other dogs. I have other videos where you can see her reacting. But the vast majority of time, I'm stepping in and advocating for her when I see it being too much for her. And then she starts to see that I control the environment, and I just build so much trust with her. Dakota. Jane. It's really important here that I don't really do anything for her, except advocate for her if needed. I don't pet her, call her, touch her, just hang out, go settle down somewhere. I'll just tell her what not to do if she does something that I don't approve of. Dakota, easy. Good girl. Wow, that is the best she has done. Kisses to the face. And I'm watching her carefully to see if I need to make Dakota get back, but I didn't. I could tell she was going to be fine. And I might make mistakes. I mean, that's part of this process too. That's why muzzles are very important in the beginning. We did a couple of weeks of muzzle work before we got to this point. But anyway, as I was saying, if you engage with your dog when you want your dog to engage with other people or dogs with pets or excitement, then why would they? They're not going to. They're going to keep coming over to you. And so I pretty much just ignore her unless I need to advocate for her or tell her no.